This is Letter to Sons. I'm Doug Keating. Today I'm going to share BB2ME number 45. Try new things. Today we are going to have some fun. You may want to grab a beer, sit back, and relax. It'll make sense in a moment. Let's start with a fun fact. I like drinking great beer. After I graduated college and got my first job, I swore to myself I would no longer drink bad beer. What does that mean? No light beer, no cheap beer, none of that crap that I had been drinking until then, like Milwaukee's Best. Instead, I would drink great beer, like the one you see pictured here. I'm in Munich, the beer capital of the world, enjoying a fine Bavarian brew. I have sampled beers from all over the world. In my opinion, Germans make the best beer in the world, especially in Bavaria. The reason being, they have strict purity laws which govern what you're allowed to put into the beer. Simple ingredients with a recipe that's been perfected over centuries. So tasty. Here you see me enjoying Andechs, which is monk beer made in Bavaria. Oh, so good. Wearing my Bayern Munich jersey, you probably can't tell, but I'm smiling through that glass. Another country worth mentioning with an excellent beer culture is Belgium. I have visited there multiple times, sampled many of their beers, and they are excellent. Belgians like to put a whole lot of different flavors, which I admire. More importantly, Belgians create special glasses specifically designed for each beer. In this picture, you see me shopping in a Belgian beer glass store. I was buying a Chimay that I still own to this day whenever I enjoy that excellent Belgian beer. I also want to give a shout out to American craft beers that I enjoy. Over the past few decades, beer in America has improved immensely due to the craft beer movement. I do want to call out one brewery in specific, Lake Ann Brewhouse, where I am a VIP member. I used to live in Reston and could walk there. Nowadays, it's a further trek for me. However, it's always worth it. If you are wondering what my favorite beer of all time is, my answer is Guinness. Brewed in Dublin, Ireland, I love me a pint of Guinness. For anybody that travels, I highly recommend visiting the Guinness Brewery if you are ever in Dublin. Here you see a picture of my wonderful wife, Kim. We had the pleasure of visiting Guinness back in 2019 and had a blast from what I can remember. Here is BB2ME number 45. Try new things. You never know how it will turn out until you try. The inspiration for this was making my first batch of beer. Why I wrote this billboard. After my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, realized I love beer, she decided to buy me a beer making kit. So I had a go at making my first batch. What you see pictured here is the results. I'm not going to say it was the best beer in the world. However, it actually wasn't too bad. And even some of my beer snob friends said, "Hey, this isn't too bad." How I incorporated this billboard into my life. I do my best to try new things each and every year, which isn't easy for an old dog like me. At this point, I will confess, I went on to make a second batch of beer that wasn't nearly as good as the first, and I have since retired because I am no Arthur Guinness. However, each year I do try new things. After all, you never know. You could be excellent at something and not know it simply because you never tried. What about you? Are you trying new things each and every year? Or are you stuck in a rut repeatedly doing the same things over and over and over, which lead to boredom and sadness? I recommend giving new things a go. If this video has inspired you to make some beer, give me a call. I'm more than happy to sample it. If it sucks, don't worry. We'll pour it down the drain and drink some good German, Belgian, or American craft beer.